Well, we have more. We have more of the interview with the alternate. So let's listen to it.
How much did you know about the case before all of this?
I knew what I said I knew in my jury selection. I knew a little bit. I knew the incident happened. I knew that George Zimmerman was charged for. Was initially not charged for anything. And then later he was charged by the state after an investigation, I knew that there were some demonstrations and protests that I think urged on the investigation, but it was about the extent of it.
Back then, I mean, did you support a person's right to carry with a permit?
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that. I think that's like you said, it's with a permit. You know, it's lawfully using and carrying a firearm is fine.
And what was your reaction to Don West's knock-knock joke?
My reaction initially, before he even once he started the joke, I resolved myself that I wasn't going to laugh at it no matter what it was, but how good it was or whatever. But with all due respect to Don West, yeah, I didn't have a problem with that. But I didn't have a problem with holding back a laughter because it just was not a good joke. And I don't care what he says about it. It was his presentation. It wasn't his presentation. It was just not a good joke, and it wasn't a good time for it either. And it just doesn't seem appropriate to me.
In bad taste.
And bad taste. Yeah.
What about the interaction between the judge and the defense? What do you think of that?
I don't have any thoughts on that. That to me is just it's part of trial, and I don't know what it was all about. I just know that there was that she was firm with him, and but I don't really have any other feelings about that. So,
what did you think about opening and closing arguments?
I think the opening arguments kind of set the tone and the closing arguments for the state kind of set the tone for the fact that they
should say opening statements, closing arguments.
They didn't set they set the tone for how they were going to approach the case, and at the end, with John Guy's closing arguments with trying to focus on the heart and the feelings of the jurors. It wasn't going to affect me. I think I was more in touch with what the defenses with the details, and that's what I was there to focus on, was the details.
Was it how they presented the details when they went through each witness at the very end, or what was it that got you?
Well, it was just the fact that they focused on the details. I think what struck me more was the way that the state that presented no details, no evidence, that could support them their position.
And did you think they needed to curse in openings?
No, I didn't think that was appropriate. Those comments to me had no bearing at all on the outcome of my decision in the case. But I know, the fact was that he was trying to get. It was just a different approach to get to people's decision.
Are you concerned for your safety?
Yeah, I am. I wanted to show my face today because I wanted the ladies to see my face and let them know I was here and still out here for them. But it's just not. I think it's too early yet. So, yeah, I'm still concerned.
And concerned for the other jurors?
Absolutely.
Have you talked to them since?
No.
You plan to?
I hope so one day. I hope we can. I mean, I did send them an email immediately after the verdict to let them know that I was proud of them and stood by their decision, and to let them know that I was there with them. So I did reach out to them that way.
Did they respond at all?
A couple of them have.
Do you want to share that?
No, well, that's between us.
Okay. What's it feel like to be finished with this?
It's gratifying. It was a long 5 weeks, a longer 3 weeks while we were there, but it's not really over yet. I don't, but it's still going on. So, until I feel safe, until my family can feel safe, until the other jurors can feel safe, it's not over yet.
Is there a message you want to put out there, people who are upset with the verdict regarding peace, racial tensions?
I understand there's anger and hatred out there in the world, but it should be focused at where it needs to be focused at, and not on the people who had to make this decision.
Would you do this all over again?
Absolutely, it's a responsibility that I welcome.